Here's my experience doing Club Hoedown A at Beyonce's Cowboy Carter Tour opening night at SoFi Stadium. Now listen, the Beehive had me shook. I saw all the TikToks and live streams of people pulling up to the stadium at 6 a.m. Meanwhile, Live Nation said VIP should arrive around 3. I panicked and I got there around 1:30, only to find out they weren't doing numbers anymore. The merch truck opened, and around 3 p.m., Live Nation lined us up in a single line. In the future, I do think they should separate each pit. That would just make more sense. They were just picking people randomly and told us the early bird line system wasn't being honored. So yeah, it was a free-for-all. The check-in was smooth though. We got our VIP bags. I'll show what's inside in another video. We waited about an hour before they walked to the floor. In the waiting area, there was merch. There was also a secret booth where they were giving away free samples and you could take a picture in front of the hair dryers. Here's the VIP bag, just kind of me showing like what it looks like and what's inside. I'll show more detail in another video. We were waiting for a while and it was really cold, so I just kind of stayed in line and was nervous about when we were going in. Here's the sacred people doing interviews, which I thought was pretty cool. Now we were going in, and this is where the chaos started. There were people in the back bum rushing to the front, pushing each other, running ahead. It was like insane. Mind you, we had to go down like 7 flights to get even to the floor of SoFi Stadium. The Live Nation women who were walking us down were no help because they were small and we needed actual security to keep people in order and keep the line in a single file. I think that's what became a mess. This early entry was not feeling like VIP at all. We were bum rushed to the front and I was thinking, am I gonna get a good spot still? And lo and behold, there was a lot of space. My advice is get there at 7 p.m. and you'll still have a great spot. There's no bad spot in Club Hoedown. This is our Sir Davis bar. The drinks are about $25 each. I didn't drink because I didn't want to use the bathroom the whole time, but I did run around freely, see my friends in row 1 right behind the pit, so that was nice and I could use the bathroom and get food. This is the stadium view of what it looked like when we first got in. I sat on the floor because we were there for about 4 hours before Beyonce went on. This is me and the group of friends I made at the show. We were having a good time hanging out. It started to get dark around like 7:30, 7:45. And like I said, people just started arriving at 7 p.m. so they all had good spots. There was no bad spot. And the barricade didn't make a difference. This is when she was starting out. It was about 8:15, which I was surprised because her previous shows didn't start till 9. But here's the view. Beyonce came out. Like I said, there was no bad view in Club Hoedown. No matter what time you got there, you still got a great view. And she was pretty up close. And she walked around our whole section using the runways around us. So everything was pretty close up. You were able to dance, talk, walk around, and it was not cramped. It felt like a VIP experience. I felt bad for anybody in Sweet Honey and the Bucking Pit though because they were cramped. This is a view of the main stage. Blue Ivy came out. It was a great view still. I could see everything clearly. I barely ever watched the screens. This is when she's walking around the other side of the runway just to give you another view. I highly recommend this section. You'll have a night you won't ever forget. I'll be back in Club Hoedown for Atlanta, so stay tuned.